Hello everyone, welcome to episode 4 of Dave's Adventure with Cancer. I want to welcome back everybody who has been following along. We do have a new sponsor this week. I'd like to welcome them, Cousin Earl's Bait Shop and Tanning Salon. Only place where you can leave with a tub of night crawlers and a golden tan. And don't forget, on Fridays is buy one minnow, get 1 minute in the tanning bed for free. So that's a new sponsor, Cousin Earl's Bait Shop and Tanning Salon. So, where I stand right now. You may hear me clear my throat a lot during this, and I do apologize. But I'm having some throat issues due to the radiation and the chemo, and it hurts. Just to be honest, it does not feel good. But I've had 3 chemo treatments, 13 radiation treatments. Actually, I think it's 14 radiation treatments now. After my first chemo, I think we had talked after my first one, I struggled with nausea, but the doctor gave me a new medication to take, olanzapine. It's 2.5 milligrams, and it has been a game changer. I've not had any of the nausea the second time around, nor this third time. So I've really been pleased with that. Fatigue was actually better too. So we'll see if that continues on through this weekend and into next week. My chemo day, I know a lot of people reached out to me on Tuesdays about my chemo day. It's actually been moved to Wednesdays. So yesterday was, not yesterday, today's Friday. 2 days ago was my third chemo. And one thing about chemo that's a little bit tricky that I don't particularly care for is they give you a steroid. And I know that they do that to help, battle fatigue and stuff, but it's kind of like I describe it as like a fake first fall here in the South when you have that first hint of fall and you think, oh man, it's going to be nice now, and then like 2 days later it's 100 degrees again. That's kind of the steroids. You the next day you can run a marathon. I mean, it's incredible, but then it just crashes down, and that crash is pretty hard and it's pretty steep. You go from 100 miles an hour to zero pretty quickly. So that's something to kind of get used to. So I'm trying to realize that and pace myself a little bit better that next day after chemo. Also makes me a little bit, wife says grouchy, and I think she's right on that. And it does kind of affect your emotions a little bit. I told somebody last night that I go from being a real mean grouch to all of a sudden I'm hooked to Delilah after dark. Your emotions are all over the place. My cameraman is looking at me a little funny here on that one. Or camera woman, excuse me very much. Let's see. Okay, covered that. I got a lot to cover today. I do appreciate everybody reaching out and giving me a lot of things to look out for and stuff. I have really learned a lot about the fact that the cancer is so different. Even when you have the same cancers, everybody responds so differently. I ran into a gentleman in the waiting room when I was waiting for my radiation treatment, and he's about 6 treatments ahead of me. Got the 35 treatments like I've got, but he was having it rough. He's already lost 20 pounds. I had to lean in to hear him. He could barely talk, and I felt terrible because I was on that steroid high. So I think he was looking at me like, dude, you don't know what's coming. And I have a feeling that he's right, especially when I woke up this morning with the sore throat that I have. And they've given me some things for that, but it's getting to the point that I don't think there's really going to be anything that's going to help too terribly much right now. Another part of this is the eating struggle. And everybody talks about eating, and how important that is, and it is very important. But I can tell you what the problem's going to be. It's not going to be the appetite or things of that nature. It's going to be the swallowing function and the throat and how bad that hurts. And they've kind of told me that that's kind of the way it goes, and that's where they start getting into a feeding tube, because it may get to the point that it's not that I don't want to eat. It's not that even when I don't want to eat, I'm fighting eating. It's just it may get to the point I can't swallow it, and so in order to combat that, it may get to a feeding tube. Hopefully that won't be the case, but I can see where you can have trouble. I've already had a few issues with certain foods. Let's just say I won't be eating popcorn anytime soon, because that would not be good. On the medication corner, I told you about the Olzapine that I'm taking for the nausea. That is a game changer. They've also got me, if I need to, procalcrazine. I don't know why I'm even trying to pronounce these things. I'm going to put them on the screen. And the ones I put on the screen, there's another one called Odensitrotron or Megatron. I don't know really, but those are for nausea. They're kind of backup nausea meds. Turn my phone off here so it's not bothering me. Also, for the sore throat, they've got me on a hydrocodone, acetaminophen medicine, and one of those swish and swallow things too that's supposed to coat the throat, and of course over-the-counter Biotine. And I'm just mentioning these because the whole point of doing this video, I know a lot of people have reached out and stuff, but I'm not really looking for sympathy from me. I'm was thinking more along the lines of these, helping somebody else when they get in this situation of having some things that they can look up and see where they're at certain stages. The first week for me, I was pretty good. I had a little nausea. The second week was really good. Not really much of anything. And then now, as we got into the end of the third week, I'm having, I guess this is more from the radiation, this sore throat, and it would make sense than the chemo. So that's kind of why I'm doing it. Document my journey so that maybe others can kind of document theirs and see where they may be in the process. Because I was very surprised to see this gentleman the other day that was six treatments ahead of me, and him being, as in, I won't say bad shape, but just having a lot of side effects that I haven't went through yet. And you're kind of going, well, I'm getting close to being to where he is. So with all that is kind of where I am. Like I said, we just ate lunch here, and I'm gonna have to take Chipotle off the list for right now. That it was very good. I actually could taste a little bit of it, and that's one thing too I didn't mention is my taste is pretty much gone. It left about Tuesday. It packed its bags and said, "I'll see you at the end." And it was real strange too. Just to kind of be honest with you, I ate lunch on Tuesday and it was fine. So we're talking Tuesday 3-4 days ago. And by Tuesday night, I had a cold Coca-Cola and it just tasted like fizz water. So that was where my taste had went in that little bit of time. So that's another thing that kind of goes back to the eating, is you lose your taste and then you get the swallowing thing, and I can see where people really start having a tough time with that. So that's going to be it for episode 4. 3 chemos and 14 radiations, game-changing med, and I had wings the other night. It was pretty good, so a lot of wings. I want to thank everybody again for this going along with me. I'd like to thank my new cameraman, who's I think dozing off on me. I'm not sure. I've bored her to death. Riley, and appreciate her. Probably be another Emmy-winning documentary or something that she turns this into. So With that, I appreciate it, and I will see y'all on episode 5.
But I stand tall, and I won't back down. With cancer,
Sit, Pancake, sit. Good dog.